to order. Rodney, would you do roll call?
Commissioner Hartline,
Here, ma'am.
Commissioner Tillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Here.
Commissioner Miller,
Here.
Commissioner Boone.
Here. Next on the agenda is approval of the minutes. We have regular session minutes on June the 22nd, 2018. Anyone have any questions?
I'll make a motion that be approved as written.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Boone.
We also have executive session minutes on June 22nd, 2018. Everyone had a chance to look at those. Have a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes and keep them closed.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Boone.
Yes. Next on the agenda is building permits. Kevin?
First one is for Doug and Elizabeth Holman, 0527-03893, for barn, no subdivision, floodplain issues, recommend for approval. Next one is Jerry and Kathy Rambo, 140012239D. It's for a garage, previously subdivided area with no floodplain issues, recommend for approval.
I'll make a motion we approve both permits.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Boone.
Next on the agenda is county finances. Darren's on vacation this week. Then under old business, ordinance improving cable video service provider fee. That is currently under review for the state's attorney's office, so that will be tabled for the next meeting. Under new business, we have approved payments to the village report. Has everyone had a chance to look at this?
Who's the used truck that's on there? Which, does anybody know? Anybody got a used truck?
Not yours, is it, Scott?
No. Well, I didn't buy one. Bought two new ones, so I didn't buy no used ones.
Thank you.
And controls are in percent.
Yeah, I talked to Dirk yesterday. He didn't say anything about it at all. I know he was looking, but like I said, I spoke to him yesterday.
Does it have a description of the truck?
Just says it's from W.J. Burke Electric.
I know I'm trying to find it.
I guess who we are.
Yeah, no, I don't really think about that.
It may be animal control.
Something stated, animal control, and a truck.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Goode?
Yes.
Next on the agenda is the Shawnee Development Annual Report, all the stairs.
Not gonna pass out any paper, and I'm not gonna ask for any money. I'm with Shawnee Development Council, I'm in the local office in Anna, and we're located out at Chopin Health Center. And I'm just gonna give you some statistics of what has been done since January to June. This is not a yearly thing, this is just a 6-month. As you know, we have many programs that we operate. Our CSBG program is a wide variety program. We can help repair cars up to $300. We can buy hot water heaters. It's just a wide variety program that we can do and everything. But they must meet an income guideline and a necessity. We also have a rental program that it's first month's rent that we can help with. That's a very extensive program. That application is 37 pages long. So, I mean, it's really intense what you have to do to try to help somebody get into rental property. Our weatherization program, we've had some cuts, and since the first of the year, we've done 4 of those applications. We have a work experience program where if someone is unemployed and they're needing some training or something like that, they can work up to 37 and a half hours. At the present time, we have one in our office, and as budget cuts has come, she's been cut down on her hours. We have DHS, and with that program, we can pay rent, and we can also provide utilities if they're about to be shut off. Our food pantry, we have served 1,944 households in the last 6 months. That is a big program. Lots of work goes into that and everything. At the present time, we are doing 182 senior boxes. You all know about WIC. This is kindly a program that is for senior citizens. They receive a box of food each month, and that box contains about $45 worth of food in it. And also, we had to supplement with what that box is. We had to supplement, and that's the reason why I have asked the county at times to help us supplement that program. I'm going to tell you what's going to go in that bag this time. They will be a bag of flour, a bag of sugar, they will be butter, pancake mix, pancake syrup, there will be some kind of fruit go into it, beans, oatmeal, pasta, and sauce. And also, we will also include, from the USDA, we will include probably a chicken or some kind of beef, and cheese, and if availability, we will also have bread. Kroger's has been very nice to us. They're in the Feeding America program. On Mondays and Wednesdays every week, we go to Kroger's, and they donate bread, milk, and meat sometimes, and other variety of things. So we do that every Monday and Wednesday and everything. We also have a community garden behind our office there, and Sherry and Tom is very active in that, and we appreciate it. And we also have the farmer's market, and this week, and Sherry probably needs to know this, we got 146 pounds from the farmer's market, so, and everything. And also, a lot of our churches now are contributing each month to the food pantry. So we really appreciate that. We appreciate your money, we appreciate the churches, individuals, and everything. We just really need those donations. So if you know of anyone that would like to donate, we're more than willing to take it. And last year we opened the clothing room, and It has been going very, very well. The clients can receive clothes, there's no charge for them. We try to sort through them, make sure that they're good, clean, and something that you and I would wear if we need to be, and everything. So, we just are really busy, it's very small staff and everything. And I also want to give a big thanks to the gentleman that comes out and helps unload the truck. Every third Monday, they're out there. And last time it was like 90-degree weather, so it takes about an hour. They work teamwork and everything, and really appreciate anything that anybody does for Shawnee Development Council. And I'm proud that I live in Union County. So that's all I have.
Hey,
Thank
Paul,
you all.
go ahead, Max.
You do a great job.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, appreciate that.
Now, the monies that we give, that goes strictly toward the senior boxes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The items that I told you about was purchased, except, we had to include something from USDA in every one of those bags regardless, and everything. The chicken comes from USDA, the cheese comes from USDA, and the bread is from Kroger's.
Okay.
So, basically, yes, and I try to spend the money
Oh, I
very
know that.
wisely.
I know that.
You know,
It's just that, I know the monies that we give are, that's what it's designated for, is the seniors.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and that's great.
And if you will come out to our office, and I'm sure some of the guys will see it, we have them bagged in Save-A-Lot bags this time. And that bag probably weighs about 19 pounds
Very
this
good.
month. So, any
You
more
do.
questions?
No, you do a great job.
Our ambulance service for the first time, the employees were able to help.
And we
We
appreciate it.
appreciate that.
We do. And we've got a lot of organizations that has been tapping in and helping us. And we've got individuals. We've got one lady that comes faithfully every month and probably brings us $35 to $50 worth of food. I mean, every month she does it and everything. So, if anybody knows of anybody that's got any clothing racks that they would like to donate to us, we are in desperate need of clothing racks. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next on the agenda is a resolution adopting the prevailing wage for the county of Union. The resolution for prevailing wage is a requirement by law that the county pass. The county will have to use figures from the department, the Illinois Department of Labor from 2017, because that's all that's available at this time. The state's attorney has drawn up the resolution, and once the new prevailing wages become effective, then that will take the place of what's in our resolution. So you want to have any questions?
I make a motion, we adopt the resolution as written.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tillman?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner Field?
Yes. Next on the agenda is a resolution appointing members to the Union County Board of Review. That's currently under review by the state's attorney, and we need to table that for the next meeting. Next on the agenda is a resolution appointing a trustee of the Shawnee Mass Transit District. Jim Clark is the County's representative and has served for many years. The term of appointment would run until June 30th, 2022. He's been a good member. I know him, and therefore I'll make a motion to appoint Jim Clark to the Shawnee Mass Transit District Authority.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tiller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Fields?
Next on the agenda is a resolution appointing a member of the Southern Seven Board of Health, Dale Foster. Dale is our representative on the county board for Southern Seven. He is willing to accept that for another year. The appointment is from July the 1st, 2018 until June the 30th, 2019. Therefore, I make a motion to appoint Dale Foster to the Southern Seven Board of Health.
Second.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tiller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Abstain.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Fields?
Yes.
Next on the agenda is a resolution appointing a member of the Southern Seven Board of Health, Cindy Flam. Cindy Flam is currently on that board, and this would be a reappointment. Her term would run from July the 1st, 2018 until June the 30th, 2021. So I'll make a motion to reappoint Cindy Flam to the Southern Seven Board of Health.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Tiller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Fields?
Those are staggering terms, I think.
Yes. Next on the agenda is the hotel operators occupancy tax board vacancy discussion only. We have a vacancy, and need to know if anybody has any ideas of who might be interested in serving.
I've not talked to him.
Me either. I don't know.
Could we reach out to them and see if they have a recommendation?
Yeah.
And the next thing on the agenda is Union County Hospital Board vacancy discussion. Does anyone have anybody in mind for that?
Whose term is expiring?
Tony Calabrese resigned.
That's right.
Actually, both of these.
Both of them.
Yeah, the other one was Tommy.
Okay.
We can reach out to both of them. I haven't done anything since the last meeting.
Okay. Next on the agenda is liquor license application for a Class 1 special use permit. We have an application from Kite Hill for a one-day permit. It would be held at Roman Orchard and Alco Pass. one-day event at Ramon Orchards, and it's for a tasting room. What was the date? The date. That you on there. Wanda, do you know what the fee is? On those? It's not.
Do you do that, do you have the recommendation with the commissioner? I mean, I didn't know if that's what you do.
Yeah.
October 13th. Since we put this into effect to do it, I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
No, I mean,
They fill out the application and everything, except for paying the fee.
I make a motion to approve the application, providing they pay the fee.
second.
Commissioner Hartline?
Yes, ma'am?
Commissioner Tolan?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Jordan?
Yes.
After that hotel operators, I just have to think, since they just opened the Havisham House in Alto Pass, that Jerry Schaefer might be a possible. And we need to keep it in that realm of people and so forth, I think, so I think that's what it calls for. So I'll talk to her and see if she's interested.
Next on the agenda is executive session, and we have one thing that we need to go in executive session for under employees. Next on the agenda is committee reports.
I talked to Dirk yesterday, and he seems to still be committed to doing what he's doing, so I'll keep encouraging him. And then we're looking too into some stuff for some land. And I'll keep you all abreast of that.
And if that,
Find out.
if that follows through, I think that'll secure it.
Oh, I do too, I do too. That's kind of what he conveyed to me.
Crystal, we had an item, what maybe you have anything on?
I think everything's on hold at this point with the consolidation pending. Some commissioners are wanting to scratch everything and start from the beginning. Some are wanting to set up a committee to go over everything. So I think there's just confusion on where everyone is at and where we go from here. So I guess we're just looking for guidance on what we're supposed to do at this point.
Well, I will say that we can't procrastinate very long on this, because if the state is gonna mandate that we consolidate however they say, we ought to be front runners in that and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves in that. So, I for one, I think that, you know, you guys have done the homework, and if we wanna review what you've done, that's fine, but I think you've all done it.
Over the last 3 years.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, so I don't think we should procrastinate on this.
A lot of work has gone into it. Attorneys have been involved in the process, been very careful. It's a situation where we don't want to lose dispatch. We want to keep dispatch in this county. We don't want it to go north.
Mhm.
So,
And we're the only ones set up in here that can do it.
What is 911 board's view of all this? I mean,
They're ready to move forward. I mean, we prepared for this the last 3 years, waiting for our current SSP contract to expire. It expired on June 30th. So we were ready to file a consolidation plan July 1st, and then everything kind of got put on hold. And we've still got to wait on Tyler to get the agreements done. But at this point, we didn't want to move forward with some of the county commissioners wanting to stop and go all the way back to the beginning and redo what we've done over the last 3 years.
you're talking about our county commissioners or
Mhm.
the other county commissioners?
No, the Union County.
Really?
Mhm.
Who would that be?
Mr. Gould in a meeting that myself, the sheriff, Danny, and Angie had.
I don't believe that I wanted to go back from the beginning. I just wanted to get the agreement all written up for us to review, to present to Tyler for approval.
Multiple times in the meeting, you stated that we needed to put the brakes on it and start from the beginning again and review everything to make sure we were doing it correctly.
I think that that's appropriate, because since it had been on hold for so long. But to get all the documents and everything put together, let the committee approve them and read them before we let it go on.
I think it's progressing along, attorneys are involved. I think the 911 board's got a handle on it. And of course, they'll keep this county board informed.
Absolutely, we always do. We have an open board. We don't try to do anything secretive or malicious downstairs. So we want what's best for the county and the citizens of the county. And then I do have another issue I'd like to address regarding an email received yesterday from Angela Knupp in Human Resources. I have worked for this county for 15 years, 4 in the treasurer's office and 11 as an employee of 911. This issue regarding IMRF participation of 911 staff has been discussed and questioned since 1994 when Oscar Sanders was the 911 director, followed by Jana Fear as director and myself as the assistant director. I'm continuing the battle now as the 911 director. The constant intimidation and threat of 911 staff being pulled from IMRF has been questioned, discussed with multiple state's attorneys giving their legal opinion that 911 is a county entity because the commissioners of the county passed referendum to pass 911 in Union County. After worrying and discussing this same issue continuously over the last 11 years as 911 staff, I'm beginning to feel harassed that I need to continue this discussion and scared that I'm going to lose my IMRF that I participated in the last 15 years. The email also stated that IMRF was questioning the legality of 911 staff participating in IMRF. I find that questionable considering 911 staff across the state of Illinois participate within IMRF because they are all considered county entities. If IMRF is questioning the legality of 911 staff participating in IMRF, why have no other counties ever been questioned or had to fight this battle that continues against Union County 911 staff? The email went on to state that in the event of a consolidation with Alexander County 911 that has been worked on for the last 3 years by the 911 staff, once it goes through, that we would need to file as a new entity for me to continue service in IMRF. I would hazard to think that IMRF would not approve a new entity with one staff member. So what happens to my 15 years of service that I put into this county?
Unless I'm mistaken, this was questions that an auditor had by what I'm reading. So, and I'm not aware of what's going on here other than the emails that I got. But is that correct, that this was an auditor asking the questions?
This time, yes, but this is an annual battle that 911 staff has had to fight since 1994.
Well,
I think that hazards on harassment at this point.
I don't think with the auditor asking questions, we've got new auditors, and I didn't read it that way either, that it was being belligerent or anything toward 911. I think just trying to get everything straight and put it to bed.
But in a reply from Angela, they are questioning the legality of IMRF and 911.
Well,
This has happened annually. We fight this fight. Tyler has ruled, other state's attorneys have ruled, 911 is a county entity because the county board passed the referendum to pass 911 in Union County. That created us. We are a county entity. We fall under the umbrella of the county. We shouldn't have to fight this battle continuously.
Well, again, I don't necessarily think we're fighting anything, right? Let's see what the auditor, what she's wanting, what we give her, and see what she has to say. I don't foresee it being a problem, Crystal, I really don't. I mean, I think it'll be fine, just getting all of the i's dotted and t's crossed and move on. So, I mean, as you know, we've not had real substantial audits lately, so we're trying to get everything proper so the county is okay, including 911. So, I mean, I think it'll be fine.
Angela, this is an IMRF auditor instead of
Correct.
county auditor.
It's the first time we've ever had
Yeah, we've never-
IMRF
we've never
audit
had that
by
before.
IMRF in the
And we-
history.
We found a lot of mistakes through IMRF. That doesn't mean with 911 or anything else that they're trying to correct, so.
But Saline, Johnson, Williamson, City of Marion, Perry County, just in our area, those all participate in IMRF. So if they're questioning the legality of us participating in it, there isn't anything to question.
I don't know that they are until they look at it. I think they're just trying to get it straightened out because we found some errors. That doesn't mean that you can't participate.
911's a county entity, there's no question about that. Have they said what they need, what kind of information they need? IMRF, Angela?
Yes, in that email, I had stated what the auditor had requested, the document that their legal counsel wanted to review. And from there, from that legal document, then she would let me know if there was additional information that she needed.
Is that something that can be provided?
Yeah,
What about, okay,
yeah, I just need to send it to him.
okay.
I just didn't have it. So I had reached out to Crystal and asked for more.
Okay. Any other county officer have anything? Is there any other business? Any public comments?
Yes, I'd like to speak with commissioners.
Yes.
I'm here because I have some questions and concerns about comments made and actions taken by some of the county commissioners. Mr. Foster, we finally get a chance to speak. You told a mutual friend recently that you must have mistaken me for someone else. Yet I've not heard you speak these words in public with the same confidence you mustered up when you managed to call me an idiot in front of everyone. Do you have anything to say for yourself or anything to say to me? Okay. Well, I have something to say to you. Why are you still here? You've proven time and again that you lack the professionalism and expertise to perform your job duties. And that's just in the few meetings you've managed to show up for. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the taxpayers of Union County to formally ask you to resign your position and save the county further embarrassment by your comments. Mr. Gould and Mr. Miller, it seems you've both become famous for the saying, "I have something on my phone I think you should see." I find that interesting because in the last couple of weeks leading up to today, I've been sent a lot of screenshots and I've received a lot of phone calls myself regarding the actions and the words of both of you so-called professionals. It seems I now have a fair bit of interesting facts on my phone that I think the county taxpayer should see as well. So those present can be filled in on what I'm talking about. Mr. Gould and Mr. Miller have my tax information on their phones, on their person, printed out, and they've been actively calling, text messaging, Facebook messaging, and meeting in person with people and businesses, explaining that my tax issue was the reason my company was not selected for the county IT proposal. I don't believe that to be true. Mr. Gould, how many messages have you sent, how many phone calls have you made on behalf of the county where you have mentioned what you call the so-called true story behind the IT proposal? Did you put a number to it?
No comment.
No comment.
I can't honestly tell.
Would you ballpark it? Include your personal phone and also the phone that you purchased specifically for doing county business so that your personal phone could not be FOIA'd.
4 or 5. Second?
Mr. Miller? Oh, let me go back to Mr. Gould. When you and I spoke, you told me that you were making those calls for the following reasons. 1, to help my business. 2, to discredit me in my Facebook post. And 3, to protect the entity that you are a part of, insinuating that you were acting on behalf of Union County government and making these calls and points of contact. You recall that conversation?
Not to those words.
I managed to have you on speakerphone with others in the room, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help me catch you up if you're foggy on the details. You also managed to threaten me, stating that the state's attorney may decide to release a press release against me, which would be very embarrassing for my business. Thankfully, Mr. Edmonds was kind enough to reach out to me and assure me he would never do such a thing. Mr. Miller, how many messages have you sent and phone calls have you made on behalf of the county where you have told what you have called the true story behind the IT proposal? To my knowledge, you've also driven to in-person meetings with area businesses to discuss my business. Is this correct?
No.
Are you sure that you're going to say that that's not correct?
I
I'll give you
have-
one more chance to answer honestly, and I'll move on to the next point.
I have no comment, Josh.
Okay.
Other than this, let me make a comment on my part, okay? I'm not speaking for anybody else.
Sure.
And then I'm done with this. I'm not going to publicly argue with you.
Well, you're not done with it because you still are actively reaching out to people explaining what I consider unfair and untrue facts.
Well, the only fact I have, and I had it today, just so you know, and I'm going to explain myself, you can believe it or not, that's up to you.